So before I start this video, this has been long overdue as I was away for some time since I was uploading one video every 2 weeks. I am back now and everything will be going back to normal with my uploading schedule. My previous video was in the works for quite some time. I said in the video to give it a few weeks for more leaks to come out, and 3 days later after I finished making that video, some leaks surfaced again. In that video, I didn't really go into detail about those leaks since I was unaware of them at the time I was making that video. So this is going to essentially be a part 2 for me figuring out if they are real or fake. So with all of that out of the way, let's get right into it. This comes from mysterious Reddit user named Resident Evil News. So let's get right into it. He posted this on the Resident Evil 4 Reddit and the Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit page. Resident Evil 4 Remake leak details. I have recently got a source claim he knows about the RE4 remake, and I believe because he knew the village will be at nighttime months ago. But take this leak with a grain of salt. I've heard that saying before so many fucking times, and I'm still doing my research if this leak is real or fake. The Novistadors and Minigun guy are cut out of the game. Yeah, I don't think the Novistadors are gonna get cut. I don't think that's real. The remake will have scenarios feature with Leon, Ada, and Luis. Way to spell his name wrong. Krauser character is entirely reworked and reimagined, and his mutate form will have 5 stages similar to William Birkin. To me, that is the complete definition of overkill. There's no reason to give Krauser 5 different stages of mutation to the point where he doesn't even look like Jack Krauser anymore. He was already perfect in his second stage where he mutated his arm, and I don't see a reason for them to go overboard with it. The Doge mechanic and block mechanic from RE3R and from RE8 will return in the remake. I'm not really surprised about that. Maybe the block mechanic will return when you're playing RE4 Remake in VR when you're in first person mode, but I mean that's the only way I would see it returning. I just can't see it work in third person unless they end up making it work with RE8 coming out in third person very soon. The remake will have stalker roles, but each AI got different abilities. Every time you damage Dr. Salvador, he will mutate further and his mask will slowly fall apart, and he will have his own boss fight at the island segment of the game with him, and Leon having a duel-to-duel chainsaw fight. Are you talking about Leon having a chainsaw himself?
Bullshit.
But Torres Mendez can call out villagers to hunt you down, and his AI works similar to Mr. X. Verdugo can go invisible to catch the player off guard.
Bullshit.
I know that's such a load of bullshit. There's no way that Capcom would end up making 3 stalkers in one Resident Evil game. 1 is enough, literally, 1 is enough, and 3 is literally overkill. These quote-unquote leaks are literally overkill. Literally. I mean, literally. Ashley character and her AI are improved more. Ashley can distract enemies and push enemies off her, and she can carry small melee weapons, and the remake will make you start off with her at the beginning instead of Leon. I feel like I heard this shit over 4 months ago or by the time it got revealed. Luis' character is fleshed out more, and he will have more backstory and have flashback of his grandfather in his campaign, and he will help Leon 8 times in the remake and won't die. This was on a lot of people's wish list, so this is giving me a lot of wish list vibes instead of actual leaks. The remake will have a crafting system mechanic. Personally, I think that has run its course. I don't really see a reason for this game to have a crafting mechanic. I mean, I know 2 Remake and 3 Remake had it with the gunpowder mixes, and then 7 had their crafting system, and same with 8, but I think if they did it with 4, I think they're kind of overdoing it personally for me. But yeah, I think that system mechanic has ran its course. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that leak was real, but then again, anybody could come up with that shit. But Torres Mendez' home will be expanded, and the player have to solve puzzles in his home and have to find a key to escape out of the house, and Torres Mendez will chase you after in his home, and Torres' home will take elements from the Spencer Mansion. This is really starting to sound like a wish list. The Regenerators is entirely redesigned and will be much scarier and will have more variants. I swear I heard that leak about 5 months ago. The Merchant will have more lore and backstory and will interact with Leon more similar to the Duke. I swear that was a lot on a lot of people's wish lists and a lot of leak lists from months ago. These aren't really new. The castle segment is way different and taking elements from the Hookman beta, and Salazar character is expanded, and he'll have more lore and get a pet giant spider that you can kill and or not kill it. You know, it's real funny that the original Resident Evil 2 had giant spiders and were probably one of the best parts of the game, and then in the remake of Resident Evil 2, they were completely cut out of the game, and now in RE4 Remake you want to add spiders into a game where the original didn't have any giant spiders at all. It really doesn't make sense. It's kind of a clusterfuck. Albert Wesker is in the remake and will have a larger role in the story, and be a small boss in the remake. Yeah. This really does start to sound like a wish list. The island segment is less action and will be focused on the lab more, and will have new locations like a factory and prisons. I swear, again, I'm gonna keep on saying that every time I feel like I've heard of something like this around 4 to 5 months ago, so that's just, you know, how it's gonna be. 2 El Gigantes was cut and left, one in the village, but this time inside a cave, so essentially the first boss fight that you encounter with the first El Gigante, or Thick Boy, whatever you guys want to call it. And that's it for the leaks. Yeah, I'm not believing this. Of course, there are some things that sound very believable on this, like I would say the crafting system mechanic, the backstories of Merchant and Luis, and maybe Wesker appearing in the game, but do you guys understand how easily predictable that is? That doesn't necessarily make them a leaker. I scrolled through the Reddit comments of this feed, but someone ended up saying that this has been reposted like 4 times, so I am assuming that this has been taken down multiple times, and he finally ended up posting about it. This is 12 days old, and looking into this dude's account called Resident Evil News, he made the account 22 days ago, which is really giving me very fishy vibes, and this was the only post that I believe that he ended up making outside of, you know, the RE4 Remake leaks and the gaming leaks and rumor stuff and the RE4 Remake Reddit thread. I feel like Homeboy over here ended up making a new account about 1 month ago and decided to just post this shit and easily predictable things, and was able to finally get a platform from other RE YouTubers. Cause, you know what? I would probably do the same thing. And you know what? Props to this guy, man. He's made it on a lot of YouTube videos, including this one. So, Resident Evil News Reddit user, if you are watching this video, dude, what's up? I have decided to scroll through the gaming leaks and rumors Reddit comment section, and someone ends up saying, this is identical or almost identical to a leak already posted here months back. My brain hurts reading this. And hey, you know what? Shout out to this Reddit user that ended up pointing that out. An account named Resident Evil News that's been made 2 days ago with this supposed leak. That's way too on the house. Gotta be fake. It doesn't really make sense to implement 3 stalkers into one big ass game, because it's the definition of overkill, and a lot of Resident Evil fans are really getting tired of the stalker type of role. We've seen that in RE7, 2, 3, those remakes, and RE8. We've gotten that in 4 straight Resident Evil games. I get it if you want to do Dr. Salvador as a stalker, or maybe Chief Mendez, or maybe even the Verdugo, but having them all stalkers in one game, that's way too much overkill. That's like Resident Evil 6 with its action elements. Overkill. You know what? I find this really interesting. I read this comment on my previous video, which really got my mind thinking. Why haven't we seen Resident Evil Village DLC leaks or even RE-verse leaks? Why are we only getting Resident Evil 4 Remake leaks and Resident Evil 9 leaks? It kinda doesn't make sense, since we know that those games are way after RE Village, the DLC, and RE-verse. It doesn't really make sense. And also, I don't think that these are even leaks at all. These are just them saying that these are leaks and other people spreading the word about these leaks, which I'm not going to get into too much detail about that. But you know what I mean. Now, am I doing the same thing in this video? Yes, but I am doing my best to be real with you guys, and I think that's the best thing that I can possibly do, especially for me being a content creator. Now, before I hear the person that ends up saying, oh, well, you know, no matter if these leaks are real or fake, it brings good discussion to the community, which can be a good thing. Name me another thing that can be good about these things. Outside of that, I'll be waiting in the comment section. You guys can believe what you want. You can believe they're real, you can believe they're fake. I don't care. I'm just letting you guys know about my opinion about these leaks and about me getting sick and tired of seeing this. If you guys do want to see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers, so it would mean the world if you guys hit that subscribe button. Yeah, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys have yourselves a good day, a good night, and a good sleep, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, and much love.
Bullshit.